So at the conclusion to this very important part, I'd like to quickly discuss with you where to find information, how to conduct that market assessment, and also discuss a little bit how to present the information ultimately. But before that, I'd like to kill an idea. Very often I meet with entrepreneurs, with innovators, and the first thing they tell me that they're afraid of talking about their idea. Sometimes they even approach me and tell me, well, I'd like to get your advice, but I can't really talk about my idea. And usually I stop them there. I tell them, well, if you can't talk about your idea, don't waste my time and yours. There is no way I can provide you with tangible advice if you can tell me what it is about. But what's more, this is the wrong perspective. It's kind of a natural feeling due to the emotion, the excitement that is carried out by the idea. But it is a wrong perception. The principle is simple. If a project, a business is worth only by the idea that you believe you had and no one else had before, it will never be a business. And the second principle around that is that the only tangible competitive advantage of an innovator, an entrepreneur, is speed, is the ability to execute faster, to learn faster, to be more agile. It's not the fact that you have something that no one else thought about before. And in this process, getting feedback from customers, but also from partners, eventually sometimes from competitors, will always prove to be extremely useful. So, of course, be careful. You cannot talk about everything to anybody. But as an entrepreneur on the way to building your own venture, you must not be afraid to talk about your idea. On the contrary, you must talk a lot about your idea to get the feedback that will provide you with the crucial information you need to shape your business. So now let's talk about where to find information. And as we suggested in the process described in the former video, the market assessment process starts with secondary research and then with primary research, which might seem counterintuitive. You start with secondary research because it's about gathering information that are rather easy to find. It's about searching on your computers. What is extremely time-consuming is basically the primary research. So the whole point of the process is that you conduct the secondary research, so it helps you to refine and focus the primary research job. Secondary research, again, it's about gathering all the possible available relevant information around your product idea. So Google is definitely the best help for the entrepreneur, the innovator at that stage, but you also have a number of other options. Business organizations, trade organizations, attend to trade shows. You can talk also to competitors, find comparables, find analog businesses out of which you will learn a great deal about. So the secondary research will help you to refine the picture and really focus the primary research job. The primary research is the crucial thing because this is the moment where you have to get out of the building, get away from your computer, and start talking to real customers. So it is really about meeting, interacting with potentially real customers that belong to every one of the use cases that you're considering at that stage. It can take a large spectrum of different forms. It can take one-to-one interviews. It can be street discussion where you try to stop people and just confront them with some ideas and get them to talk about some ideas. It can also be focus groups, small groups where you will use the group dynamic to better understand what it is about. This is what Palm did for understanding the core job that the PDA was about. But it can also be about observing, just walking around potential customers using a certain product or exposed to a problem which is exactly what you believe you're targeting at, and observe how these customers are dealing with this problem. Remember that at that stage, it's all about observation, understanding. Out of that observation, that first level of understanding, you will generate a set of hypotheses that you will later on confirm through quick market surveys. We made available on the website a number of videos that illustrate how to conduct that primary research, this early stage contact with customers. It turns out it's often difficult for first-time entrepreneurs who've never done that. So you have a number of videos that covers the rules for customers' interviews, the good and bad examples, technique to approach customers, technique for building stories out of customers' feedback. And we also made available synthesis, an example that synthesizes the whole process to guide you throughout the way. So out of that first stage of the primary research, you're going to gather a great deal of material made out of customer interaction. Out of that material, you will generate a set of hypotheses about who are the customers who might be interested, what type of value proposition might they be interested in, how important is their level of interest, how much does it appeal to them. What's important is that you immediately test this hypothesis. That goes through a very simple, quick market survey process. The good news that today you can identify dozens of tools that are available online for free for most of them that will allow you to run quick market surveys to test the hypothesis generated out of this first stage of primary research. You can even build questionnaires on Google. These quick surveys will help you to move one step forward and start confirming, again at a quick and dirty level, but that's enough at that stage, confirm the core hypothesis generated by each one of the use cases you have under consideration at that stage.